Hey, how's it going, everybody? Thanks to the cool circumstance that we had, I thought to launch a series of videos inviting friends from all around the world to speak about what they're going through at this quarantine period. The first guest gonna be Ananda Gopika from, I think she's now in Goa, in India. She and her husband are traveling across India for the last several years. And yeah, let's invite her and see how things are there. Nice to have you all here. Just gonna wave to you all. Okay, here's Ananda Gopika. Reassess the situation.
Actually, we're not quite in Goa right now. We are
Maharashtra.
border.
Okay. This is Ananda Gopika. She and her husband, they travel across India for the last several years, right? Like 4 years or something like that.
Yeah, 3 years.
3 years.
We've been traveling together.
And yeah, she has a YouTube channel. Go and check her vlog there, Ananda Gopika Dasi, and Dasi Studios. Really cool merch. If you're interested in cool stuff, devotional or spiritual stuff, go ahead and check it out. And yeah, I want to launch this like collaboration project with friends around the world to really express this weird condition we are all at. Like this is like a global thing which never really happened in the world. Like the only thing I would compare it to is like a world war or something like that, that everyone is affected by that. And I mean, for me, I find it like an opportunity to like reach out to so many people who, otherwise we would not like sometimes have an excuse, and sometimes we need an excuse. And here you go, Krishna sends an excuse. So nice to have you here with us. And I think the connection is a bit better now. And yeah, I just wanted to ask you, how things are for you and your husband and your friends, your community around you are like, how is anything like really practically, are you affected by this like global conditioning of like quarantine and the virus and all that stuff?
Yeah, it's been pretty tough, actually, because we are in South Maharashtra, so we're in a really small village. It's like, Goa. Actually, I heard in Goa it's really bad right now. People are getting like kicked out of their hotels because they're actually not. We're technically legally not supposed to be here right now. All hotels are not supposed to have any
Any, wow.
Westerners. Foreigners are not really like welcome right now. There's like quite a bit of tension going on. We can't even leave our hotel. We're really fortunate because where we're staying, we've come here every year. So the hotel owner, he knows us. My husband has known him for 10 years. So thank God, thank Krishna that we're here. Otherwise, if we were just,
place.
traveling in some random place, it would have been a lot scarier. But we're here, we're safe. But it is a little scary. I've kind of been having some anxiety the past few days because we're lucky that we're on the beach and we can go to the beach, but we can't go into town. The hotel owner has advised us do not go into town because Indians, they're kind of under the impression that foreigners kind of brought the virus here. And police are actually in the streets and they're like beating people, and
That's like heavy.
yeah, it's just a little bit, it's unsettling, but we're trying to stay grateful.
Ooh, the connection is cut a little bit, but yeah, I can hear from you, Ananda Gopika, that it's a heavy situation. There are a lot of uncertainty, and I think that's like more or less what everyone is experiencing on a global level. Like, how long this thing's gonna last, and
Yeah.
when I'm gonna get back on my plans and my schedule and my, like, for me it's like my video production is like all my plans just stopped, and I want to be with my audience and with my friends, and either through this like internet cold lines, it's something I think very important. And like, how about you? Like, how is your like your traveling, your own process like got affected by that? Like your, I know you have a store, online store, and the YouTube channel, and the last video was actually about the lockdown, I think, right?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, our plans definitely we've had to postpone some things because we were only planning to be here maybe a month or so, and now it's turning into 2 months. But again, we can see that this is very much Krishna's divine arrangement. Because, like I said, if we were somewhere else, that would be really scary. But yeah, we were also planning to go up to North India, Rishikesh, Nepal, and also America in the summer.
So pretty much
yeah,
many
it's
of your
just
plans
so.
just stopped in a sense.
Yeah, but it's even kind of like I'm sure you can kind of of course you can relate in the sense that you don't really it's hard to decipher what's gonna happen, how this is gonna play out, because how is it that one day it's gonna be like, okay, everybody, let's just go back to normal.
It doesn't seem like it. Yeah.
So it's just so, yeah, especially in India. It's just so uncertain. This time is so uncertain, and it's hard to even consider what we can do, right? Like, we've had to change our plans. I'm sure, obviously, you said you've also had to change your plans, but it's even hard to decide, like, okay, once this is over, what am I gonna do? What are we gonna do?
To normal,
I mean, of course we have
after that normal period. Kind of like a question too.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, but I think that it's important that we mention something about astrology, because I don't know if you've read anything going on astrologically, but right now, I guess Rahu and and Jupiter, right?
Mars.
They're conjuncting.
I heard Mars too in the gameplay there. Mars, Saturn, and Jupiter.
Yeah, I was reading that this happens every 12 years. So I guess the last time this happened was the 2008 recession.
Okay.
So yeah, it's definitely a sad time, but I think that it's important that we try to see the bigger picture, right? Everything happens for a reason. And you know, obviously there's negatives to the situation, but there's some positives in the sense that more people are considering vegetarian diets because of the whole, wet markets and in Wuhan.
Yeah, it must have to do something with that.
Also, I was reading. I mean, we can't deny that everything happens for a reason, and although this is really unfortunate and definitely inconvenient, it's definitely a time to go internal. I mean, we are literally internal, right? Everybody's like quarantined right now. Everybody's inside, so it's the perfect opportunity to go deep and make some big lifestyle changes. The world is so temporary, and we're not in control, right? The saying goes, man proposes, God disposes.
Yeah.
So
yeah, one of my friends actually posted here on Instagram an IG video about how chaos is a platform to create order, from mass to order, see really where we at and what is important, especially in this time of chaos. We can really connect to what makes us alive, and and who are we, and all these big questions, and that's what I hear from you, like that you connect to this aspect that it's by Krishna's, by God's arrangement to make us think, and I was wondering what makes you more connected to that throughout the day. Maybe you can give some advice or like sort of like a tip to our audience here on YouTube and Instagram, like what makes you at the beginning, middle, and end of the day connected to this higher purpose, to Krishna, to God, and
Mm, mm. Well, I definitely want to say that I am human and I'm flawed, and I've definitely been having some anxiety through this process, and it's very understandable why anybody would be anxious during this time. So I think it's really important that we don't judge our feelings, that we hold space for ourselves and understand this process, what's going on. But for me personally, how I'm kind of getting through this is meditation, japa. I think japa
oh, I happen to have a japa
is
book,
really
by the way.
important.
Ooh.
Oh, nice. Yeah, mine's here.
Some extra rounds.
Yeah, I think it's, yeah, definitely extra rounds, or, and maybe someone might not be into japa meditation, but whatever meditation that calls to somebody, to definitely try to do that and try to really go deep into that. I also really like journaling, and through journaling we can write to God. You can write a letter to God. God is a person. So by japa, we're kind of like calling God on the phone, like it's like a personal interaction. But yeah, I think just trying to, whatever we do it with some intent. Even cooking, for us, you know, we have the Lord with us. We have Shalagram with us. So we try to feed him every day. And I really believe that if you feed God, he will feed you. So I think just actively trying to have that intention that God is with us and even within us. And yeah, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I can hear how you're giving like a lot of practical material and inspiration to the people who are either with us now or gonna watch the rebroadcasts of this live stream on my or your channel. And yeah, I think it's some really important point. I think my favorite was the last one that you made, to feed God, and not forgetting about the small things, because that's what really, I think that's what makes it count for me, and for Krishna, for God too at the end. And just before we wind up the session, I wanted to invite everyone who is now live, if you have any questions to me or Ananda Gopika about her service, welcome to put it forward. And I'll just mention that go and check out her merch on, what is the address? It's in your bio, right? In Ananda Gopika's bio here on Instagram. That's Dasi Studios, right?
DasiStudio.com.
And her YouTube channel, some amazing stuff out there. So let's see if they're not a lot of encouragement I can see in the comments.
Can I ask some questions? So you're in Florida right now, right?
Florida, Alachua County.
You're in Alachua. Okay. What's going on there?
I just heard that this is like the county which has the largest amount actually of cases in all of Florida. So it's pretty interesting. Like most of my service here, because it's not like a big town, so I would usually go and distribute books, but most of my service here is indoors already. So I don't feel too much of like the change of the quarantine. But in terms of like programs, like the temple is closed and the community itself, I'm part of like a smaller community that we would have constant morning and evening programs together. So we just do it through the internet pretty much. And yeah, it's pretty much isolation like everywhere else in the world. I think that's something that we share globally, that the authorities ask us to stick to stay put. And I'm like, in my mind, I'm already like, is it like Krishna, is it like a freaking hoax or something? What's going on with the world? It's like insane. It's like too, feels like a bit like too out of this world in a sense. But yeah, I think everyone
Hmm.
is making a very good use of the time and promoting valuable content on social media and just out there. It's really inspiring to see. So yeah, that's why too I invited you to come and give us all like a spiritual inspiration to get through that and
Well, yeah,
yeah.
sorry, didn't mean, I'm just, I feel really, yeah, I feel really happy and excited to be doing this collab with you. And um, yeah, not only that, but this is like the most interaction I've had with another human other than my husband. So it's a
Okay.
little
Yeah, that's what I
refreshing
was thinking too, that like
to have an
the
outside
isolation like
perspective.
keeps us more like sort of instinctively deepening our connection with our close circle, like the family. Like I'm thinking about the family that I didn't speak with them for like 3 years, but now like they're calling me constantly, whatever, and like the close circle that we with. But what about like the rest of the big circles which are out there? And I think this is something that can be very like valued very highly, especially now that people are they ready to connect with whomever, whatever, in however form, just to have like this exposure of like heart to heart connection. And I think it's like really soothing and really nourishing. So that's why I'm like looking forward to more of these interactions and quarantine friends and forever friends. So nice to have you here, Ananda.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Beautiful realization. I think it's really ironic though, because after this whole, you know, craziness came, now everybody, I mean, like you said, it's everybody's coming together, kind of being more of a community, and that's so great. Also, it's interesting that, you know, something crazy has to happen in order for us
Yeah,
to be human again, you know, so definitely something to think about. Definitely don't want to come off as negative
it's
or
an experience.
condescending or
We're sharing an
anything.
experience. Yeah, it's not
Um,
necessarily good or bad, but it's an experience. Yeah.
yeah, just it is what it is, and we have to do what we have to
Yeah,
do.
we have to continue living as spiritual beings and trapped in a human body on Earth. Some in India, some in Florida,
Yeah.
some in oh my God, I don't even want to know what goes in Israel. But yeah, epic.
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
Hare Krishna, Ananda.
Yeah.
Thank you so
So
much for tuning in. I'm happy to have your association. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna to your husband too, to Ananta.
likewise, Krishna, you take care. Okay. Stay safe.
Ooh.